Glitz, glamour and glorious sunshine. It had to be the Monaco Grand Prix. But it wasn't just about models and money. The serious business of qualifying was underway. Nico Rosberg pushed himself and the car to the limit. He even managed the second fastest time in Q2.
Hi, I'm Nico. Now I'm going to take you through my quali lap this year, which put me in second position in quali 2, just behind Felipe Massa, which was I was really happy with that. So going into the first corner here, I made a little bit of a mistake there on the exit. As you can see, it was really loose on the rear. So I lost a bit of time there, but still it wasn't bad. Going up the hill, you got late braking there, carrying the speed through and stay very tight on the rails, left, right, over the bump. And here braking into Mirabeau, second gear corner, and then braking into the slowest corner of the year. And now you're going downhill, a lot of curb on there, all the way up the pavement. And then this corner is very important. You need to stay very tight on the rails in the inside, because it's really important to get a good exit, because it's the longest straight of the track. Going through the tunnel, here you go into the harbour chicane, very, very tight. It's important to get the curb right there, because if you take too much, it kicks you off. If you don't take enough, you're going to be too slow. Ooh, that was a bit of oversteer there. Lost a bit of time there. That was the fastest part of the track. Now we're coming into the second harbour chicane. A lot of curb again. And again, running very close to the rails. That's always important in Monaco. That's 2 first gear corners here to finish off the lap, staying very close on the inside. And that was my lap of Monaco this year. It's always great to drive with an F1 car in Monaco. It's a lot of fun, it's very exciting. And I really felt comfortable there in my home Grand Prix. So no, it was a very nice qualifying for me.
It was an all-Ferrari front row, with the McLarens right behind. Kubica was one to watch, while Monaco resident Nico Rosberg used his local knowledge to take 6th. Both Red Bulls got into the top 10, while Heidfeld hoped he wouldn't be unlucky, starting 13th. By Sunday, the Riviera sunshine had completely disappeared. In its place, grey skies, mist and rain. There was no silver lining for Kovalainen either. He couldn't select a gear and had to be pushed into the pit lane for a new steering wheel to have a chance of joining the race. Would the Ferraris take their 1-2 and run away with it on the notoriously twisty streets of Monaco? It seemed not. Kimi struggled to get away and Hamilton made mincemeat of the slow-starting Ferrari. Surprisingly, everyone made it through the first corner without an incident. Heidfeld was well off the pace in qualifying. Gaining places was not easy. He managed to put a move on Webber's Red Bull. But he had to watch his mirrors. Button was quick to hound him down. But when they diced on the exit of the swimming pool, it was Jensen who paid the price. The cost of having a new front wing? Dropping to last place. Sutil excelled in the soggy third practice last year in Monaco. His wet weather skills proved just as good. When the Toro Rosso of Bourdais faltered, he was quick to pick up the spoils. Massa led the field, but the conditions were still treacherous on the wet tyres, as Hamilton found out at Tabac. It was only a brush with the barrier, but it made sure he would have to visit the pits. The team did their best to turn around a bad situation and fueled him up for a long second stint. He rejoined 5th behind Alonso. McLaren's quick thinking paid off later in the race. Driving conditions were still atrocious. With lots of standing water, a driver had to have his wits about him to keep it out of the barriers. It was a stressful time for their teams.
Fernando, at the moment you are faster than anyone else on track. You are faster than anyone else on track.
I hit the barrier, I hit the barrier.
Even Alonso was caught out and had to make an unscheduled stop. The weather did not improve. Visibility was almost non-existent. Coulthard tried to correct a slide, but it was too late. And too late for Bourdais also. Raikkonen's tyres were not fully fitted by the 3-minute warning on the grid. His punishment was a drive-through penalty that allowed Hamilton to seize third. Alonso tried to get back in the action and take fifth from Heidfeld, but it didn't go to plan. And Webber got caught up in the melee. Sutil had a choice to pick his way through the carnage or wait for the other cars to get going again. Massa still led, but offline there was a lot of standing water. And it caught Felipe out. He avoided the barriers, but Kubica wasted no time taking the lead from the Ferrari. Kubica held the lead till his first pit stop. He came out fourth behind Massa, Hamilton and Raikkonen, but Kimi got it completely wrong at Sainte-Devote. So wrong that the Ferrari would need a new front wing, but he kept fourth at least. Glock was having a bad day. One pirouette too many resulted in a skirmish with the barriers. Piquet's trying season continued. A small mistake at Sainte-Devote cost him dear. Massa lost out at the first stops, and when Ferrari expected more rain, they kept him out too long. When he changed to dry tyres at his second stop, he lost out to Kubica. Nico hadn't been able to capitalise on his strong qualifying performance. He survived 2 minor knocks earlier on and was running 10th. But this 100-mile-an-hour crash put him out of the race and brought out the safety car. It looked good for Sutil.
So currently you're in P4, you're in position 4. Your next challenge behind you is actually Raikkonen, and the guy in front is Massa. So they're the two cars you're racing.
He'd started 18th, but here he was racing the Ferrari's 4th position. No blue flags. It was new territory for Raikkonen as well. He had to try and catch the Force India. But Adrian's dreams swiftly became the stuff of nightmares. Kimi lost the car under braking on the exit of the tunnel, and there was nothing he could do to avoid poor Sutil. The sheer devastation was clear from his team. He'd survived 90% of the race in the worst conditions, but it wasn't meant to be. The team's one-stop strategy was set to pay off handsomely. Adrian was inconsolable. Hamilton had always dreamt of winning on the streets of Monaco, just like his hero Ayrton Senna. At his second attempt, he contributed to McLaren's illustrious history at the circuit, and he became the first Englishman to win there since Graham Hill in 1969.
Fantastic job, as always. And I apologise for hitting the barrier, but I made up for it, so let's go and party tonight, alright?
Well done, Lewis. That was quite special. And I'll see you at the end, and you'll buy the first drink.
Good job, Lewis. And you don't have to buy the first, I'll buy all of them. Well done.
Kubica was very happy with second. Massa clung on to take the final podium spot. Webber had a good run to fourth. Toro Rosso's new car had an excellent debut to finish fifth, while Raikkonen was lucky to survive 76 laps. What made this win so special?
Winning here in Formula 1 is the best thing that could ever happen in my life. It's incredible how the track can change so many times, and the car feels good and the car doesn't feel so good, but then it feels good. And this weekend, and especially as it dried up, you know, I felt comfortable in the lead, you know. But I couldn't really believe it. I was driving and thinking, okay, Ayrton won the run in the rain here, and he was dominating, you know. And I'm 40 seconds in the lead, and I'm thinking, wow, this is going to be almost like Ayrton's win. And the safety car came out, but it didn't matter.
The win put Lewis at the top of the championship standings. Raikkonen, Massa and Kubica were waiting in the wings. Webber continued to score points, while Vettel and Barrichello scored their first of the season. It was the one he wanted more than anything. The emotions he had to keep in check during the race came flooding out like the victory champagne.